There are many different ways to make your regular old F-150 differentiate itself from the millions of other F-150s on the road, but many of those ways will also guarantee that you void your warranty. Now, this here is a 2021 Ford F-150 FTX package, and this thing has a full warranty, and it has a lift kit, and it has off-road tires, and it has a nice interior. So basically what I'm trying to get at, this is exactly what you dream of your truck looking like, but this has a full warranty that you can buy brand new. So let me kind of explain what this is. So Ftx Package, this is a custom package created by the Tuscany Motor Company, who are also famous for other trucks such as, oh, you know, just a little old Shelby Super Snake trucks, the lifted ones, the lowered ones, the Super Snake Sports. They've also built trucks like the Black Ops. So they definitely know what they're doing when it comes to building trucks. And this in particular is, as I said, FTX, but this one is a limited edition. So this is number 382 out of 500 trucks. And this, in my opinion, the FTX actually is the more gentleman type truck. This is the truck you take out when you're going to dinners on Friday nights, when you're going to exclusive meetings, when you're looking for a more presentable truck that doesn't look like you just got done driving through the Amazon rainforest. Now, that doesn't mean this truck isn't capable. As you can see, this one is sporting those really nice BF Goodrich Mud Grabber all-terrain tires, along with those really good looking chrome FTX wheels. Now, with the FTX package, as I said, it's a more gentleman oriented truck. So you have chrome on the wheels, you have chrome on the badges, you also have chrome on the side on those little door plaques. You have chrome all around the front. You have that little nice bar on the front, the light bar, and then as well as around the rear, you have a really good looking twin chrome tailpipe exhaust system, which makes this truck sound absolutely amazing. This, again, it does have a full exhaust, and this particular truck has a 5-liter V8, so it already sounds awesome, but with this upgraded exhaust system, it sounds even better. Now, this truck is definitely for the type of person that doesn't really go off-roading as much, but they also want to know the fact that if they had to or if they wanted to, they could, because this truck is just as capable as the Black Ops trucks, which are created to go off-road. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that interior, and I'll show you guys how nice it is on the inside. So all of the FTX trucks do come standard with, as soon as you unlock it and open the door, you do get these fold-out steps. They're amp research steps, which are really high quality. As soon as you close the door, they retract. As soon as you open the door, they come out. So that's really nice because it is a higher truck. There is a lift kit on it, so they make it a lot easier to get in. And first thing you notice is just how nice it is in here. You have these really nice leather seats with this brown piping and white stitching. You do get custom FTX floor mats, which are really nice. Hopping in the truck, you do get this nice badge that says limited edition, the number of the truck out of 500. So this one's 382. And to start it, it's just like any regular F-150. Foot on the brake, the start button. Now again, like I said, this one does, because it's an FTX package, it does have a custom exhaust system, which sounds really good. I really like it. I'm a big fan. It's not too loud where it becomes annoying to listen to, but then it's also just the right amount of, you know, noise to where it's still a comfortable truck to drive, but then you do hear that nice throaty V8 growl. Now in here, it is basically as I said, a Larry F-150. So you're not losing anything out by going with the FTX package trucks, or just any of these trucks in general. Now with the FTX, you do basically, the truck starts out life as a Lariat. So you get the nice all digital display up there. You do get this nice big screen that would sync 4, so it works just as well as anything else. You have this really nice looking map. It's actually a pretty good looking map for a stock system, but overall it's a pretty, as I said, it's a pretty regular F-150 interior, nothing too crazy. Down here you do have the button for your front light bar, like I said, so that's very nice. And overall it's a very nice package, so very comfortable. You, with this particular one, you do get the heated steering wheel, heated seats, and the cooled seats, which are, thank goodness we have those. I know it's not actually that hot today in Vegas. 90 degrees is pretty good, considering that it's been well over 105 for the last 3 months, so thank goodness. But yeah, you also do get that Bang & Olufsen sound system. Sounds great. It has speakers up here. You also have speakers in the headrest, which are fantastic. It sounds great. When you get this sound system going and bumping, it sounds amazing. So yeah, but again, like I said, you're not sacrificing anything by going with this truck. This is just a nice upgrade to an F-150 that you still have a factory warranty with. But let me show you guys what's underneath that hood, because I think a lot of you are gonna like it. Now, underneath the hood is exactly what you'd expect. That's Ford's 5-liter Coyote V8. It's probably one of the most reliable truck engines out there. It makes good power, good torque, and it's great. Now, fuel economy in terms of the regular F-150s is pretty good when when you buy a regular Lariat. This one, of course, is going to be lower because you do have those bigger tires. You do have the lift kit, so the truck that has more rolling resistance, so of course you will have worse gas mileage. But let's be honest here, guys, if you're buying this thing, I don't think many of you really care about gas mileage. But of course, this is it's a decently quick truck. But of course, if you want to go crazier, you can opt out for a Whipple supercharger, which I'm sure the crazy guys at Shelby would be more than happy to apply it for you. So you can throw a massive Whipple supercharger on it. You can raise this truck up to over 700 horsepower. That's just crazy. But all in all, let's go ahead and hop behind that wheel and let me show you guys how this thing drives. So setting off in the FTX limited edition, I know the first thing on everybody's mind is, how does this truck ride with those bigger, off-road tires, the lift kit? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not obviously as comfortable as a regular Lariat F-150, because those are very comfortable trucks, but it's not as bad as you would expect it to be. So you would expect this truck to, every hole, it would make the whole truck jitter. It would kind of bounce around. It wouldn't be as smooth. It'd be really stiff, but it's really good. I really like it. It's very, it absorbs imperfections in the road pretty well. And while, yeah, when you do get up to about 65, 70, there is a minor little shake in the steering wheel. Of course, that's going to happen with these big tires, but it's not to the point of you're thinking, wow, this is horrible, this is very uncomfortable, because it's nice. Like, it's actually, it's a very comfortable truck. And because this one has the lift kit, you kind of feel like you're just, I don't want to say the king of the road, but you're kind of just looking over everything. So you have a great amount of view space. The truck doesn't really have any major blind spots, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's it's based off the F-150, which is already a great platform, but it rides pretty good. It's you have a great amount of visibility here. This does open. You push this button right here and you can retract that all the way back. But even though it's tinted, I don't really want the sun in my face. But so with that open, you get a bunch of cabin light in here. It looks great, and honestly, it's really nice. Like, it's actually very nice in here, and you do feel like you're sitting in something more special than a regular old F-150, because let's do a little. So as I said before, this particular truck has the 5-liter Coyote V8, and it's a great motor, but I think this motor is very well suited for, like, let's say the Black Ops trucks, to where it's a more rough and tough, it's more off-roady based. Like, you know what you're getting by buying this truck. In terms of, I think for the FTX, they really should have put I would put the Power Boost hybrid. So hear me out before you start going crazy. The Power Boost hybrid is a great platform. It's very quick. It gets up and goes because you have the 3.5 EcoBoost, and you have that hybrid assistance. It's a great motor, gets great gas mileage, which would offset the lift kit and the tires on this truck. And overall, because this is more a, you're trying to be more, I guess, fancy, or kind of, you're trying to look presentable. that 3.5 EcoBoost with, you know, sometimes it could run in electric mode if you've charged it enough. That would be great. And you could just waft around kind of silently, just move through. You know, let's say you're going to, I don't know, fancy dinner, some fancy restaurant. You could kind of just waft through, you know, park the truck in the front. And then when you want to just get out of there, you have the power. But I guess that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about the Coyote because that's what this truck has. And overall, it's not the fastest thing out there. You know, we'll do a little kind of acceleration once I get on the highway. I'm not going to go crazy, but it's not a bad motor. Obviously, the Coyote's been around for the last 10 years, so it's proven it's, you know, it's worth. A lot of people love this motor. It's very reliable. It makes great power. And of course, this is the same motor that Tuscany / Shelby use when they build the Super Snake truck. So like that Super Snake Sport that we did a POV of, that truck has this Coyote V8. It just has a massive 3-liter Whipple thrown on top of it. So yeah, that's a great motor. It can handle power pretty good. And of course, like I said in the engine part of this, if you want more power, you can of course contact Shelby and be like, how much is it going to cost for you guys to put a supercharger on my car? You know, right now they might be a little bit backed up, but I'm sure they can help you out. You know, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to throw a massive supercharger on this truck for you. Now, as you guys can see there, it is kind of rough. We went over some, you know, rough patch on the road, and it is kind of bouncy, but it is, you know, what to be expected. Of course, you, as I said, you do have the lift kit, the bigger off-road tires, so it's not the most soft ride, but then again, it's a, you know, it's also a lifted truck. So let's go ahead on this highway here and kind of do a little acceleration. So not bad. I mean, not bad. It's not crazy. It's not like the, you know, the supercharged trucks where they just start going crazy, rear end comes out and it takes off. This one's more balanced, so it's a very linear power curve. You know what the truck's gonna do. You floor it and it just kind of keeps going. The red line's at about 7,500 to 7,800, so you have a good amount of, you know, torque and power throughout the rev range. But honestly, for this kind of truck, you don't really need the crazy amount of power. So, you know how we said you can buy a super Shelby truck that's lifted with the superchargers, makes 700 horsepower, but realistically, whenever you're going to use that kind of power, you know, in a truck, if you go off-roading with this truck, you don't need that kind of power. And the standard Coyote makes good amount of power. Now, the one biggest hindrance to this truck that I mentioned when we talked about the motor is gas mileage. So I've been driving this truck for about 10, 11 miles, and I've been averaging about 11, 12 miles a gallon. And I've been driving it kind of on and off. So I've kind of gotten on a little bit, kind of got off, and it's mostly city driving. So, you know, it's not horrible, but it's also not good, because, you know, gas prices are high right now depending on where you live, especially if you live in states like California or New York. I know gas prices are extremely high over there. So maybe that's something you want to throw into consideration if you're shopping for one of these. But overall, if you're looking for a truck that's been modified, that definitely doesn't look like anything else on the road, and for this particular one, it's limited, it's out of 500, then the FTX is the one for you. I mean, this is a nice truck. It's very handsome, very, you know, it's also kind of broody looking when you look at it from the front. You get that nice exhaust note from that Coyote in the rear. It's just great. It really is great. I really do. I love the fact that you can go out and just buy a fully modified truck and still have a, you know, full warranty just in case something goes bad. So it's a great thing. I like it. Like I said, me personally, if I was buying one of these, I kind of wish they had put the power boost in the FTX because it's the more gentleman truck. You know, leave the 5.0 for the Super Snake Shelbys and for the Black Ops trucks. But, and I know, you know, I love combustion engine. I'm talking about the hybrid, but I just think that the hybrid would be a great fit for this particular truck. But regardless of all that, like I said, it's definitely not a truck you should shy away from. Definitely go out and check some out if you have some at your local dealer. Not everybody gets these, only select dealers do, but it's a nice truck. Honestly, it's a really nice truck, and at the end of the day, it's an F-150. So if something happens to the motor or the transmission, it's the same parts as, you know, every other F-150 out there. So yeah, but let me know. I want to know you guys' opinions down below. Let me know what you guys think about the FTX. Do you think it's a cool like a cool upfit, or you guys think that maybe it's too much. Because there are going to be people in the comments that are, oh, I could definitely go out and buy, you know, a used F-150 and build one. Yeah, of course, sure you could, but you know, once you do all those modifications, at that point, there's no warranty. You don't have a warranty to back you up in case something goes bad. This truck does. This truck has a warranty. So, and you guys can hear that nice growl from the rear. So, it's not crazy loud. You know, we're just coasting. I'm doing 65 on the highway, and the truck's running at about, you know, 1500 RPM. It's in 9th gear. So it's definitely nice. You do get a good amount of road noise though. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the tires do make road noise, and you do hear it because they are, again, you know, say it with me, off-road tires. So yeah, that's something to consider. Again, this truck's not for everybody, but it's for the person that's looking for something that isn't a regular F-150, but it's also at the point of where it's still close enough to being a regular truck to where it's not crazy expensive and it's not, you know, crazy modified like with superchargers and all that. So yeah, definitely let me know down below, you guys, what you guys think of the FTX. I like it. I think it's a cool truck. I think it's very, you know, gentleman-like, and I'm excited to see what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.